unsuccessfully.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make the...
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Completes this one to Meredith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Burrow. That's complete to Meredith. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep, Hunter Renfrow. On the return is Renfrow. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
It's sad they pay me. I do this
and he
for
will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moore. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Well, it was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now, after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Burns. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And caught by Trimble. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, McCaffrey. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hubbard. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Burrow on play action. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before... halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Again, it's Mixon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
First down. Here's Burrow. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go. First carry for James Conner.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Room here to run. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now Burrow on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Panthers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Forced out to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Good shot.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Working with his 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Burrow. Flushed out right. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Burrow. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he's out right at the 25.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting